Guys, what is up? And today we're back, and this is part 2 to my Ars Magica 2 Mod Spotlight. So if you haven't already seen part 1, I recommend you go check it out, because unless you know stuff about this mod, you probably won't understand anything I've gone over. I'll go over this episode. So yeah, that's that. I will put a link to part 1 in the description, and a link to the forum post for this mod, of course. You can go try it out for yourself, because it's quite fun. And, yeah. So anyways, if you look up, you can see my the blue number is 30 now. I cheated myself 30 levels. There's a command for that, in case you want to, like, test out spells or something, and you don't have enough mana. You can always do that. And I did give myself skill points. There's another command for that, which is give skill points and then just how many you want. So I gave myself tons of skill points just so I could unlock everything. So I have unlocked pretty much everything. So that's that. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I did forget to say one thing last time. Normally the burnout mana and all other stuff, all of those effects and stuff, they normally won't be on the top. They'll be, the default, I believe, is they'll be beside your hotbar and stuff. If you want to change that, all you have to do is /AMUICFG. Don't know what that stands for. But anyways, and then if you hit enter, it'll show this weird kind of thing where you can just, like, drag everything around, and you can, like, do durations yes and no, and numeric yes and no, and that'll give you numbers and stuff. So you can just change where pretty much everything is. Like, I can change this contingency thing here, or I can, like, change where this is, and just pretty much move everything around. Like, let's say I wanted my XP number down here or something. I could put that there. Anyways, I'm gonna move this all back, and yeah, it's perfect. Again, when you're done, just hit escape, and I wonder if E works. Does E work? No, it doesn't. So just hit escape when you're done, and yeah, that's that. Yeah. So, anyways, other than that, I just wanted to go over a couple things from the Oculus. Well, it's also in the Arcane Compendium. So, by the way, I did not know this, but, the way you normally gain skill points, just so you know, is by killing bosses, and I will get into bosses in a bit. There are quite a couple different ones, and you can kill them all, and depending on their difficulty, like some bosses will give you, they all drop these things called infinity orbs. Oh crap, I spelled it wrong. Infinity orbs, and depending on their level, they'll either drop a blue, a green, or a red one, or looks kind of pinkish red, but yeah. So the blue one, if you right click it, of course, you watch it, you can see my level is 173. So let me grab this, boom, and you can see I have 174. So each infinity orb, when you right click it, it'll give you a skill point depending on what color. So let's say green, right now I have 163. Click that, 164. Same with red, 175, 176. So, same thing there. So that's one way of getting skill points, killing bosses, and you can summon multiple bosses. It's not like the Ender Dragon where you summon him once and stuns, so you won't be able to get too many of those. No, you can summon bosses multiple times, pretty much as many times as you want, as long as you have the resources. So, that's that. Also, another way, I'm not sure if this works with all types of skill points, but I know it works with at least the blue ones. I noticed, this is the thing, I did not know about this, but I noticed after last episode I leveled up from level 1 to level 5, and I went into here, and I had 2 skill points. I had used them all up, so I had 0, and then after leveling up to level 5, I had 2 more. So I'm not sure, I think it gives you like a skill point maybe every like 2 levels, or 3 or 2.5 levels, something. I don't know how it works, but you can get skill points by doing that. I'm not sure if it works with green and red, but I know it works with at least blue. So yep, that's that. And also, by the way, so there is offense, defense, and utility. Those are all for spells. However, I'm not trying to say this mod is anything like like Thumbgraph 4. They're different mods, and they're both amazing and stuff, and I like both of them equally. However, I do want to say, if you have played Thumbgraph 4, there are a couple things, there's the things you learn, right, to get new items, and then there's things you can learn by doing research that just improve your overall research. It's kind of like that in this. So you got your offense, defense, and utility. These are all things you unlock to craft spells. However, your talents will improve your spells. You can't use this like as part of your spells. This will improve your overall like magic. So color, don't know what that does. I really have no idea. However, mana, you can unlock mana regen 1, which makes it so your mana will regen a bit faster, and then mana regen 2 and mana regen 3, of course. Once you get 2, it'll make your mana regen even faster, and mana regen 3 will make it regen even faster than that. So you can make your mana regen quite quickly, and then there's a couple of things like spell, augmented casting, extra summon, magic. Mage Posse 1, and Affinity Gains Boost. So Affinity Gains Boost, what that will allow is, I'm just going to go into here to correct myself if I am wrong, but what that will do is, yeah, you'll gain boosts and affinities, because normally that wouldn't, like, if you see where it says here, sorry, not there, where's Affinity Breakdown? Sorry, it's in here. Affinity Breakdown, Earth, like, nothing, Affinity Breakdown, Earth 100%. Nothing happened when I cast the spell, but now it will start giving me affinities, and I will go over affinities in, next episode, but I can start gaining stuff, like affinities and stuff, and I will show you how affinities will affect you, and it's quite cool, I gotta say. But yeah, so now I will start gaining stuff, like affinities and stuff, for casting my spells by unlocking that. Also, sounds that Mage Posse, what that does is there are mobs in this other than the bosses, of course. There are these wisp things, and there's also mages. So this is what that pretty much focuses on, is mages. There are two types. There's dark mages and light mages. So what Mage Posse 1 does is, once you've unlocked it, if you can find a light mage, you can pretty much, like, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but you can talk to him or something, and he'll follow you and, like, fight for you and stuff. So that's that. And then also, so we got that, and then spell motion, what that will allow you to do is, spell movement. Sorry about this, when you, it's like this, because normally when I'd hold back the spell, obviously, I wouldn't be able to move as fast. I don't think it's taking effect here. I'm not sure why. I'll look into that. But what it pretty much means is when I'm like holding back a spell or something like this, I'll still be able to move at the same speed. So that's that. Over here we have augmented casting. That pretty much, there's two ways to unlock augmented casting. You can either unlock it using skill trees, or you can find a Archmage tower, which is World Gen, and it'll have this thing called the Arc. I guess either we change the name of it or it's not implemented yet. But normally there'll be a book or a stand or some sort that you can use. Yeah, I guess it's not implemented. And like I said, this isn't completely done. It's close, but it may take a little bit. So, it's that. I guess it's not implemented yet, but no, there will, I'm not sure if World Gen is implemented yet, other than that pool as well, so that's that. But there will be World Gen if it's not implemented yet. I know that for sure, because I saw him talk about it in his forums and stuff. So anyways, once this comes into effect, if it does, you can unlock augmented casting by going to the Mage Tower and right-clicking the Archmage podium, which pretty much you read through this book and it unlocks Archmage, like, augmented casting, or you can unlock it using skill trees. So that's that. By the way, if it's available for you to unlock a new skill thing and you haven't yet, like if it says the name but you haven't unlocked it yet, like it doesn't say known, it says like unknown, but like if I hadn't unlocked this, it would say spell motion and then unknown, I believe. So, depending on what color the name is, so let's say the name for this was blue, that would mean it requires a blue skill point, and then if it was green, green skill point, and so forth. So, yeah, that's that. And also, of course, there's extra summon, which allows you to summon more than one creature at a time, because I believe the limit's 1. I think that's also editable in the config. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go make a couple spell recipes and craft them, and I'll show you a bunch of cool spells, and we'll get started into affinities. And depending on how much time we have, I might get to show you a couple bosses. So yeah, that's that, and I shall see you in a bit. I just thought I'd mention this while I'm crafting the spell. Just so you know, spells can be quite costly. Like the spell I'm crafting now will need a nether star and a golden apple. It's a flight and regen spell, so it'll make me fly and give me regen. So that's the first spell I'm making. So it can be quite costly. Like it costs a nether star and a golden apple and a gas tier and stuff. So just saying. And also, some spells sometimes they will cost essence. So that's why I have these nexuses set up. I didn't set up a dark nexus. There's 3 nexuses, light, neutral, and dark. I didn't set up a dark one for a reason. They can cause bad effects after being in the area for too long. So that's that. So anyways, light one will fill by automatically. Neutral nexus, which is this one with the stone bricks, it's changed now. So the way you want to fill it is you need to put a liquid essence, like a bucket of liquid essence, directly under the middle block. And by the way, in case you don't know how to make these are just normal stone bricks and chisel bricks. And then what we want to do in the middle is right click it. The blue one requires, like the neutral nexus requires blue chalk, and then the light nexus requires white chalk. And you can and it requires nether quartz. However, the light nexus doesn't require diamond blocks. It can be like any ore blocks there. I believe it can be glass as well. I just did that because that's the best one. And a couple of things to mention. There are 2 things here that you can use now. So first of all, to link stuff up, you'll need this thing called a crystal wrench, which is crafted like this. And there's also the name fails me, but I will spawn in right now. Can't, my memory is not working exactly amazingly today, and I can't really remember it. It's the item you can use to check how much essence is in a block, because before it was sense energy, the spell sense energy, but they switched it, and it is a Magitech staff, which is crafted like that. Shimmerite, I believe, is an ore, and yeah. So that's that. I shall be back. By the way, guys, what you need to do is, because you can see right here, this sign equals, that means that I need essence now, because I just finished putting in some items, and now it's telling me that essence. So what you want to do for that is get your crystal wrench, right click there, and it should like make a beam thing. Then you want to right click on the crafting altar block, and then when you're ready, just hit the lever, and it's going to charge it up, and when it's done, the lever will automatically unflip, and then you can go on creating your spell. So that's how that works. So I let you know, yeah. I'll be back. I'm just gonna make some spells. Hello guys, we're back. I crafted a couple spells. I thought I'd just show you guys. And then after that, I'll go over a couple of the structures and the affinities, and we'll be done, really. There's nothing else to show. Of course, I made 4 spells. Well, I've showed you 1 already, so counting that would be 5. There is over probably like 500, maybe over 1,000 combinations of spells you can make. There's probably more than that, really. There's so many different spells. Like, if you look at just offense, look at all that. You could make so many spells combine the different things, and then there's also all these other skill trees. So yeah, I got 4 that I thought were kind of funny, so I thought I'd just, yeah, and well, some of them actually have a use. One of them is just for apparently no reason, so yep. Yeah, guys, so I will show you a couple of the bosses. I was gonna fight some of them, but they break blocks, and that doesn't really help. They take a while to kill, so. This is the Air Guardian. You need to fight him above Y level 150, and he does mostly air attacks, so like throw you around, so you gotta make some more safe. And he can break blocks, so I just found that out. There's the Arcane Guardian, which is pretty much like a boss. I think I won't talk about too much of them. I'm just gonna show you each one. You got Earth. I guess you guys could pause and read if you want, so, yeah. Yeah, I recommend level 90, see? These things can be hard. This guy, oh, I should show, I completely forgot about that. It's pretty cool. I'll show you this. Yeah, that's a Nature Guardian. He's pretty OP. Tower Guardian, I don't think that's working yet, or maybe it is. I think you have to find him in a tower, and I don't think that's working yet. We got the Water Guardian, and the Winter Guardian, of course. Okay, guys, so that's that. Those are the bosses. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna play around with a couple spells that I made. So first of all, we got this one, standard spell that. It's a self, flight, and regen, so you can, I think I'll cast it on, no, I guess on normal. Pull back right click, so it gives me flight 2 for 10 seconds, regen 2 for a little more than that. I can fly around, drop down, take no damage, and I do have regen, so, yeah, does hurt. If you drop down once the effect goes away, you will take damage, so be careful with that. So I'll get rid of this. So we got this spell here. This is purely an OP. Pretty much as OP as it gets, really. Oh God, wrong. Whatever, he'll still die. See, one shot. That was the wrong type of creeper. Nope. Back to myself. We do have the morph mod in. This is the mod pack I will be using. So if we do this, see, it's an OP spell. I don't know what to say other than that. It is OP. Does 5 hearts per like hit, and it's a beam, so it'll reoccur. It does cost a ton of mana, so be careful with that. Just saying. Open with, alright. Okay, and so that's that. We got our fling spell, which is quite funny. No creeper, by the way, just found out. We throw him up, and one more time. There. So it's pretty cool. I like to play around with that. By the way, summoning spells, you now need these things called phylacteries. So if we do this, phylactery, see, it supports all the mods. So it should support most mods, I believe. Like I have, of course, Tainted Chicken, right? Because I have Thumbcraft 4, and I also have Twilight Forest, so you can pretty much summon any Twilight Forest mob you want. And the old mobs are still, all the old summons are still there, like Battle Chicken and all that. You actually have to kill them, I believe, and then that's how you get, yeah, so you gotta kill a ton, like 50 mobs, something, maybe probably less than that, but you gotta kill a ton of mobs, and while having the thing, you have to kill a ton of the same mob while having this thing called a crystal phylactery, which is crafted like this in your inventory, and it'll fill up, and eventually once it's full, you can make a summon spell. I was going to make one and show it to you guys, however, for some reason the Dark Nexus doesn't seem to be working, and it does require dark, like, power, so I'm not sure if that's with all summons, but the spell I made, it was, so I'm not sure about that. You guys can play around with that, and maybe you'll have it working by the time this video comes out, so. Also, I noticed this, well, off camera, it's quite cool, the Light Nexus, if you look up, you can actually see all, like, the essence stuff being pulled into the Light Nexus from the environment, which is quite cool. There are legendary mana potions, just same as the old one. They've got new textures, but they're pretty much the same. They give you a mana boost, regen your mana. So that's that. More spell to show you guys. I thought this was funny. I found an Entangle, right, there's Entangle, which pretty much gives a thing, like, they can't really move. I'm not sure if the Vine effects work or not, so I decided, I thought the Vine effects would work, but apparently they don't, but I thought, I'll try it on myself, so if you just hold right click, you can give yourself that, and you can't jump, and I'm pretty much the slowest, like, thing ever. I couldn't even catch up to, like, the pig or anything, really. What's the slowest animal in Minecraft? I guess they're all kind of the same speed, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about spells. I'll go into a couple of the blocks, and then that'll be it for my Ars Magica 2. The Spotlight. Like I said, there are so many other spell components and stuff, but I'm not going to go over them, because you guys can figure that out for yourself, and try and play around with different spell combinations, see what they do. They're quite fun to play around with and stuff. They're really cool, so yeah. I will be back, guys. You know what, guys, there's a lot of blocks I gotta go over and stuff, so I decided I'm gonna split this into 3 episodes, so this will be part 2, and part 3 will cover all the blocks and stuff. Most of them are the same from the old Ars Magica, but there's some new ones, so I'll go over that. And yeah, shall see you guys in the next episode. Bye!